All right, all right, all right. Welcome in, folks. Mount Polumbus speaks here. That Chiefs game was too good to let it die. I know we got a playoff game coming up here in just a couple days against the Bills, and we're going to dive into that tomorrow. So if you're waiting for a Bills breakdown, I will have that for you tomorrow. We'll do a scouting report, and I got 5 good reasons why the Broncos can beat the Bills. So that's a little precursor for what's coming out tomorrow. But that Chiefs game was fun, man. That was a whole lot of fun, and there was so much good ball. Bo Nix could not have been any better than he was in that game. We all know the stats. We all know he broke some records. The completion percentage was outrageous, and there was just so much fun ball. So I picked together my top 10 favorite plays from that game. Offensively, obviously, we're talking about everything on offense. And I got to throw in all the touchdowns in there. Some of the touchdowns were not as exciting as some others. But without further ado, here are my favorite 10 plays that the Denver Broncos offense had against the Kansas City Chiefs. The first play we're going to start off with is probably the most boring of the bunch, but it's a touchdown, and scoring touchdowns against the Chiefs are usually hard to come by. Not last weekend. They're relatively easy last weekend. First play of the video here, number 10. We will start off with a nice little walk-in from Audric Estime, and I want you guys to see the movement that we get from the offensive line on this play. We'll show you on the other angle here, but before I get to this, I want to remind you guys, the play before this was the handoff to Michael Burton, which I think crossed the goal line. I think it should have been a touchdown. They lined up in the same formation the play before that. I thought surely Sean Payton was going to hand the ball off to Michael Burton here because he earned it on the last play. So I was like, hey, give it back to the fullback. Fullbacks don't get a chance to score touchdowns all too often, and it's the same formation. Looked like he was going to do it, but I was wrong. He did not hand it off to Michael Burton. He handed it off to Audric Estime, who gets himself a touchdown. Now what I want you to watch here, check out my man, number 79, okay? We're over here, right over here, Matt Pert. He's a backup offensive lineman, checked into the game, has to report eligible. I'm a tackle. I'm playing at the tight end position, show my hands. Number 79 is reporting eligible, comes in, ice cold, has been playing all day long, and watch this down block that Matt Pert gives you. This is good stuff. Mike McGlinchey does a good job also, but let's focus in on number 79 and see the job that Matt Pert does for us. Dude, that's good-looking stuff right there. That's creating great movement on the goal line. You know they're coming off full speed. Mike McGlinchey does a great job. Quinn Meinerz does a good job. Ben Powers is pulling around number 74, but he hardly has to do anything because Audric Estime's got a walk-in touchdown before Ben Powers even touches his guy. That's 6 points for the good guys. All right, number nine. Another touchdown. This one's to Devaughn Vele, and it required a little bit of magic. This is not the best decision Bo Nix made in this game. Quite frankly, it was a bit of a dangerous decision. The other angle's a little bit easier to see, but we'll back up one more time from here. Bo Nix is rolling out to his right. We got to sprint out. He's looking for number 20, okay? We'll pause it right here. What I want you to see, number 20, okay, this ball is designed to get to Michael Burton straight out of the backfield. It's just a quick sprint out. We're sprinting for the pylon. Michael Burton's covered. Bo Nix doesn't feel like he can get it to him, so he throws across his body back to, I think that was that was Adam Troutman. Could have been an interception. That ball gets tipped up in the air, and everything was going the Broncos' way. Devaughn Vele is able to come down with this thing. If you see Bo Nix throws across his body here, I think he's got his eyes off Troutman a little bit, doesn't realize he's covered. Fortunately, Troutman gets out of bounds. Ball gets tipped up. Devaughn Vele comes down with it. Now, what's funny here, watch Adam Troutman because he's out of bounds, and he knows he can't touch that ball. He's not sure if he touched it. So he's like, touchdown? Is this a touchdown? Oh, go back. Is this a touchdown? Touchdown? Yep, Adam Troutman, that sucker's touchdown. Good job from Devaughn Vele, who had himself a nice game, ends up with a touchdown, another 6 points for the good guys. All right, number 8 is a beautiful little run from Marvin Mims here, okay? Marvin Mims had himself a game. Listen, Marvin Mims, he made the Pro Bowl this year. Broncos had 3 Pro Bowlers. Let me hit pause here. Broncos had 3 Pro Bowlers. They had Nick Bonito, they had Pat Surtain, and Marvin Mims made it as a punt returner. However, I'm going to tell you this. If Marvin Mims can play an entire season of football next year like he's played in the month of December, Marvin Mims will be a Pro Bowl wide receiver. That's the type of month that Marvin Mims had in December. And it's been so fun to see the creativity that Sean Payton's had with Marvin Mims, number 19. This is a guy that was frustrating. They couldn't figure out how to get Marvin Mims involved in the game plan for a very long time. Last year, it felt like he was going to be a bust. This year, for about half the season, again, why can't we get Marvin Mims involved? Sean Payton starts putting him in the backfield, doing a lot of creative things. And I'm going to tell you right here, this little play that the Broncos run is filthy. Absolutely filthy. All right, they ran a variation of this thing about 5 or 6 times throughout the game, but check out this run action cell, okay? We're starting in the backfield. This is an RPO, all right? So this is a run pass option. And what I want you to take a look at, watch this offensive line, okay? Watch these 5 guys and how hard they take off. And then watch what that does to all these Chiefs down here. You see how they're all pulling out of the box so quickly? Look, you don't even have a running back in the backfield. And look at the cell that they're creating. Now, this is an RPO, and the option that Bo Nix has here, if the backer leaves the box, well, Bo Nix is going to run this ball, and it's going to be a 19 boss. So he's going to take off to the left there and follow his line a little bit. He has the option to throw it. Marvin Mims catches it. We got a great block out in space by Michael Burton. No, excuse me, by Lucas Kroll. Does a good job out in space, and Marvin Mims gets himself a nice little tutty. Another 6 points for the good guys. Throw that ball up in the air and celebrate. That's a filthy play, dude. That is good-looking stuff. Sean Payton was in his bag against the Chiefs. I love the RPO options for Bo Nix. Look, that's what he's comfortable with coming out of Oregon. We have not run as much RPO and zone read stuff as I thought we would over the course of the season for Bo Nix. And I think as we get into this game this weekend against the Bills, it's going to be really important that we utilize Bo Nix's feet. So I would not be shocked at all if we get a bunch of zone reads and RPOs. Okay, number 7, Courtland Sutton touchdown. Let's get this thing rolling. Play action pass. Check out the pass protection from the offensive line. Just beautiful. I mean, it can't get any better than that. Seriously. That pass protection from the O-line all day long, quite frankly, all season long, was phenomenal. Adam Troutman got beat. No, excuse me. Nate Atkins gets beat late. We'll get to the other angle a little bit easier to see. Number 45, he decides he actually doesn't get beat. He blocks for a second, and then he gets out in a route as a little safety valve. But his guy creates a little bit of pressure on Bo Nix late. Javonte Williams is there to give a little bit of help, and Bo Nix threads the needle here into Courtland Sutton. Look, this is a dangerous throw. Check that out right there, okay? Courtland, okay, right there. We see this dude. Look, if Bo Nix doesn't throw this thing on a rope, and if he Check, check. I'm muted. Dang it, I'm so sorry. Somebody just told me I was muted. Have I been muted this entire freaking time? I'm going to hit pause here. Hold on. Hey, Wes, if you don't mind, I appreciate you telling me I was muted. I got a wonky wire here that keeps out. I got to get a replacement one. Could you guys not hear any of this? Or when did it go mute? Because I want to know where to back up to. Would you send in another message there, Wes? Let me know at what point my microphone went out so I can go back to it. Or have I just been freaking muted this entire time? I'm going to wait here a second for you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I'm going to get this technology fixed because, unfortunately, this has been a problem the last 2 times. And the reason it happened is because I spilled the freaking Coke in the middle of the game last time in the live stream. Come on, Wes. I'm waiting for you, bud. Send me another one. Someone help me out here. Send in a message, whether you're watching on Twitter, on YouTube, wherever you're watching. When did the audio go out, or has it been out the entire time? Come on. There we go. 5 minutes ago. Dang. God dang it. That gummit. All right. I'll tell you what. You know what we're going to do? Start it over. Start it over. Like Gary Kubiak after bad practice. We're just going to start it over. That's what we're going to do here. Going to start the whole damn thing over. All right, here we go. Apologize to anybody that was bearing with me there. Oh, went out when I was talking about the Courtland Sutton TD. Screw it. We got a new audience. You guys can watch it all over again. We're just gonna start from the beginning. Here we go. All right. Top 10 plays the Denver Broncos had against the Kansas City Chiefs. We had a lot of fun in this game, and it was too much fun to just pass over it, all right? Look, we got a big game coming up this weekend against the Bills, but we'll focus on that tomorrow. Matter of fact, tomorrow I'm going to come out with my top 5 reasons why the Broncos can beat the Bills. And little sneak peek, I like the matchup. I think the Broncos are going to represent very, very well against the Bills. Anybody that's already seen this, sorry about it. Oh, well, we'll start over anyways, and we'll have a little bit of fun. Top 10 plays the Denver Broncos had against the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, if I have an audio issue, let me know. Top 10 plays the Broncos had against Kansas City Chiefs offensively. Number 10 is a bit of a boring one, but oh, well. It's a walk-in touchdown from our man Audric Estime. I got to put touchdowns on here. You know you got to put touchdowns on here. 6 points are fun, even if it's not the sexiest play of all time or not. Here's what I want you to watch. Watch my man number 79, okay? Matt Pert coming in ice cold. Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3. That's right, Wes Williams. My man number 79 coming in ice cold. He's a backup tackle. He's got to check into the game, say number 79, I'm reporting eligible. I'm playing the tight end position. And watch this block he's got on 94. He's going to rock this dude about 3 or 4 yards inside. Mike McGlinchey does a great job. Quinn Meinerz does a great job. But start with your eyes right here on number 79, Matt Pert. It's tough to come in the game cold. Dude, that's hard. Defensive line's coming off full speed. You know it. They know it. And he does nothing but get great movement. And Audric Estime has got himself a walk-in touchdown. Number 9, another touchdown. This one goes to our guy Devaughn Vele. Took a bit of heroics, a little bit of magic. Bo Nix might have made a bad decision on this one, quite frankly, throwing across his body. It's a better angle when we get to the end zone shot here. But Devaughn Vele just does a great job of staying alive. That's what he does. Just staying alive, staying involved in things. And he ends up finding his way over there just in time to catch a touchdown. I love this from Adam Troutman because Adam Troutman knows, hey, I'm out of bounds. If I touch that ball, Devaughn Vele, no good. It's not going to count as a touchdown. So if you watch Adam Troutman, he's going to throw his hands up in the air like, is it a touchdown? Is it a touchdown? Yeah, buddy, it's a touchdown. Celebrate. Good job, Devaughn Vele, staying involved. Bo Nix, probably a bad decision there, but it works out for a touchdown, 6 points for the good guys. All right, now I'm going to tell you right now, I love this play. I love this play from the Denver Broncos. This is absolutely filthy, okay? Marvin Mims is going to end up with a touchdown on this, but what I want you to watch the run action from the offensive line, okay? Watch how hard these dudes are working to get over there. This is an RPO. This is a run pass option. Bo Nix has got the ability to run this football if the backer doesn't leave the box. Backer stays in the box, so he's going to throw this thing out there. But look how hard this offense. There's no running back on the field. And watch the entire Chiefs defense follow that Broncos offensive line. Filthy design here from Sean Payton. And good job from Marvin Mims finding the end zone. I said this a little bit earlier. Marvin Mims made the Pro Bowl this year as a punt returner. But if Marvin Mims can play an entire season of football the way that he did in the month of December, Marvin Mims will make the Pro Bowl next year as a wide receiver. That's how good the month of December was for Marvin Mims. And Sean Payton deserves all the credit in the world for the creativity that he's found with Marvin Mims. Look, it was frustrating. Everybody thought we had a bust in Marvin Mims. And Sean got creative, started putting him in the backfield, using him in motions, getting mismatches. And Marvin Mims has turned into maybe the best playmaker on this team. Courtland Sutton's the best wide receiver, but Marvin Mims is probably the best playmaker on the team. Okay, here we go. We got another touchdown to Courtland Sutton. Bo Nix has to thread the needle on this throw right here. Look, if he throws this ball 1 foot further to the left, we got an interception. I'm not going to say this is a bad decision. It wasn't. It's definitely never a bad decision when you've got a touchdown. But it was a dangerous decision. Okay, pause it right there. Look at this defender right here. Look, man, if you see that ball, it's already heading to the left just a little bit. If that ball is 1 foot further to the left, that's an interception right there. Not a bad read, not a bad decision at all from Bo Nix, but it was a dangerous throw. He threaded the needle, and he did exactly what he needed to do. 6 points for the good guys. All right, number 6. Love this pass right here to Courtland Sutton. Okay, does he hit him in stride? No, he does not. Is it a walk-in touchdown like it could have been? No, it is not. However, Bo Nix does get rushed just a little bit that causes him to underthrow this ball right here. If you watch, offensive line does a good job. Everybody's got a hard play action going on. Nate Adkins has got the cross flow action here, number 45. He's coming over to pick up the end man on the line. He gets him. And number 54 just green dogs this thing, okay? We don't have a hat for him. Bo Nix knows that's his responsibility, so it forces Bo off his spot just a little bit. He's got to throw it just a second too early, and it could have been a walk-in touchdown, but I don't care, man. I ain't mad at Bo Nix. That's a hell of a throw. That's a hell of a catch. All right, number five. We're going to hit our man number 14 again, the captain, Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton's coming down with a big ball right here, okay? But Courtland Sutton doesn't do the work on this one. Bo Nix does all the work, okay? This is just as good as it gets. First off, the Broncos' offensive line has been tremendous all year long. They've only given up 22 sacks on the season. Maybe it's 23. I can't remember. 22 or 23, one of the two. And right here's just a great example of the type of pockets that they've been giving them all year long. Bo Nix is able to step up into his throw. And here's what I want you to watch. Look at the eye manipulation from Bo Nix, okay? He knows where he's putting this ball. He knows he's going to Courtland Sutton. But watch how he starts in the middle of the field. I'm going to scan over to the left, and then I'm going to pop back to the right. Bo didn't even need to look at Courtland Sutton. He knew this thing pre-snap. He knew pre-snap he had what he wanted from Courtland Sutton. He got the coverage that he wanted. He manipulates the defense with his eyes, and then he just delivers a dart. Look at that. Look at where he delivers that ball right there. You cannot get better ball placement than that. Number 10 is finding it, man. We got ourselves a quarterback. We got it. We got ourselves a freaking quarterback. Bo Nix is figuring things out, dude. At this point of his career, he's a poor man's Josh Allen. Let's hope in a few more years he can turn into Josh Allen. Okay, number 4, Devaughn Vele. This is just a fantastic catch. Fantastic catch. It's a great throw, too. Look, it's not easy. I mean, pause it right here, okay? Bo Nix has got this deep safety. He knows that Devaughn Vele has already beat his man, but he's also got to get that ball in there in time before that deep safety can get there, so he can't put too much airtime on the ball. He doesn't. He delivers an absolute dart, and I think you'll see from this other angle here, it's a much more difficult catch for Devaughn Vele than it looks like in real time. Also, here's what I like, okay? Look at Bo Nix communicating. They probably had 2 plays on here. I think he might have killed it. He might have killed it initially. He walks up to the line. He says, hey, repeat. We're going back to the beginning play. He's in charge. He's in command of the offense. Offensive line, just another great job with pass protection. 44 ends up green dogging again. We end up having one more pass rusher than we have got a hat for. Bo Nix gets the ball out in time, and check out this catch. Dude, great throw, great catch. Flat out sexy, man. Flat out sexy. Come on. All right, number 3. We all know this one. This is the Bo Nix scramble. This is the Bo Nix pitch to Javonte Williams. This is the stupid rule from the NFL because they don't understand physics. Rugby gets this thing. Before I get into how stupid it is, let's just enjoy this, okay? First off, Bo's got the green light to run whenever he wants, okay? He's got tremendous athleticism. He's got tremendous feet, okay? Look at all this space. When a quarterback gets that A gap to run through, to scramble through, that's what they're looking for. That's when they're going to get big plays. He's got all this green grass in front of him. He's got a perfect gap right there. He steps into this thing. He doesn't have a defender within 15 yards of him, and he's going to take off. And I love this, man. I mean, he feels Javonte Williams right there. It's a totally safe play. He got a nice little pitch. Javonte's there. He's got the heads-up play. He catches that thing. He ends up getting an extra 12 or 15 yards out of it. And unfortunately, the NFL does not understand physics, that 2 bodies in motion are going to stay in motion, and it should not be a literal definition of if the ball goes forward or not. Everybody understands that's a motion rule. In rugby, that's totally legal. The NFL does need to change this rule. That is not a forwards pass. That is a lateral, clear as day, throwing to a ball to a dude that's behind him. Unfortunately, one of the more fun plays of the season gets called back because the NFL is boring. All right, this right here, this is my favorite play design of the game. Sean's been really creative of late, and I'm telling you, the creativity started when he put Marvin Mims in the backfield about 6 weeks ago, and then it just started getting further and further. He started getting more and more creative. He started trusting his guy, Bo Nix. I want you to see just all the different angles, the action, and all the different things that the defense has to stay honest to try to honor. Okay, we're going to start with a little dive. Sorry. We're starting with a little dive action. I think that's Javonte Williams there. So defense has got to honor that. Now we got the reverse action to Troy Franklin. And then we're just going to dump this ball off to Marvin Mims for a freaking beautiful bubble screen, walk-in touchdown, take this sucker to the house. The Denver Broncos are the kings of wide receiver bubble screens. I'm telling you, they must have run 8 or 10 different variations of a wide receiver bubble screen against the Kansas City Chiefs. On any given game, they generally speaking run at least 5 or 6 bubble screens. But what's cool about it is how creative they're getting with it. Look, you got that's Audric Estime in there, not Javonte. You got the play action sell to Audric Estime. We got the reverse action to Troy Franklin. Now we're going to dump it off and watch Quinn Meinerz, number 77, get out in space. Okay, he's going to get out there, gets just enough. Look, defensive backs are more athletic than offensive linemen. Sometimes that's going to happen. It's not always going to be a pancake, but Quinn Meinerz gets out there, gets just enough. And I love this from Audric Estime. Okay, look at number 23 coming out of the backfield. He's got one job. He's got to go block that dude, and he makes a touchdown block. That's what he does. God, the evolution of Marvin Mims has been something to watch this year. And my favorite play of the game, okay? I am an offensive lineman after all. I can never turn my back on my fellow offensive lineman. Is this the biggest play of the game? Nah, it's not. I think it was only a gain of 5 or 6 yards or whatever. But Quinn Meinerz is my favorite offensive lineman to watch. Dude, I realize not every fan out there takes the time to enjoy offensive line play. But if you enjoy offensive line play, go back and watch the All-22. I already broke down the All-22. You don't even have to look for it. You don't have to pay for it. Go over to my YouTube channel and find the All-22 from the Kansas City Chiefs game and watch how many times I highlight Quinn Meinerz. It's not just this game. It's every game. When Quinn Meinerz gets out in space, he puts dudes on their ass. That's what he does. He puts dudes on their ass. It is so freaking fun to watch this dude play football. He plays this game the way that it is designed to be played. Zach Allen was the biggest Pro Bowl snub on this team. Quinn Meinerz was the second biggest Pro Bowl snub on this team. Both those dudes deserve to be playing in the Pro Bowl. Watch our dude number 77, okay? We got this play zoomed in on him. Right here, number 77, your right guard. Watch Quinn Meinerz get out in space. Not once, but twice. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. God dang, dude. I realize that's a defensive back, and that's what you're supposed to do to defensive backs. Quinn Meinerz does that to linebackers. Quinn Meinerz does that to defensive linemen. Dude, sit your ass down. Get out of the club. We love pancakes. We're going to IHOP. Cakes and pies time. Got to honor my Denver Broncos offensive line. God dang, man, that's such good stuff. Look, we had so many good plays in this game. And I probably could have strung together a reel of about 20 different plays. And I got it. It's the Kansas City Chiefs backups. It's the JV squad. But I'm actually legitimately excited about this game against the Bills. If you haven't subscribed to my podcast, Mount Polumbus Speaks, you're missing out. Okay, if you're watching on Twitter right now, go over to YouTube and hit subscribe. That's where all my content lives. All right, tomorrow I'm going to give you 5 reasons why the Broncos could beat the Bills. And I believe it in all my heart. Am I predicting the Broncos are going to beat the Bills? I'm not going that far, but I'll tell you this. With every ounce of my soul, I truly believe the Denver Broncos are going to represent very, very well against the Bills. The matchups are not as bad as you think. If you look on paper, you look at all the stats, you're going to see a lot of areas that it looks like the Bills should absolutely kick our ass. But if you look into the nuances of the game, it's all going to come down to the way the Broncos defense plays, okay? But if the Broncos defense can play the way that they have for the majority of the season, we got a fighting chance. So stay tuned for tomorrow for the top 5 reasons. After that, we'll have the scouting report against the Buffalo Bills. And then after that, we will do the live stream of the game. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Sorry about the technical difficulties in the middle of that video, but you guys are the best. And